What's going on, YouTube? Happy Monday. So the question has been put out there for me. Hey Abdul, what books do you read? What are you putting in this noggin up here, whatever? What is it that inspires you? Who do you listen to? These kind of questions, right? So I pull out my trusty Zoom tune here, not throwing a plug for Zoom tune, but I like to have this. This is my walking university right here. If I'm waiting on my oil to get changed, I'm listening. When I have any free time, I'm listening. When I'm in the car, I'm listening. When I have to go to a doctor's appointment, I'm listening. I'm constantly putting some type of material in my head. And a lot of times you can't do that with a book. Not putting down books in the library and things like that, but we're in a digital age now where we're on the move. You gotta be on the move, and I can't just read a book and I may, run into a wall or something, or run into a person all the time. So one way to make sure that you can always constantly, gather that information is to get an iPod, get a Zoom tune. I like Zoom. They don't even make these no more, actually. They stopped making them, but I love it. I love Zoom Tune, because I just pay a monthly fee and I get as much music as I want. Music, audiobooks, everything, And I think Rhapsody, you can do the same thing. But let me go over a couple of titles and I explain just a little bit about what I've gotten from that. What do I have on my Zoom Tune? The 21 Success Secrets of Self-Made Millionaires. Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy has been around for ages. And, man, he has some... See, the reason why I like the 21 Success Secrets is because I have a campaign coming out, and I'm going to talk about it now, but when I get them, I'll let you know. You have to be able to understand how millionaires think, And these are secrets that he found out from from over the years, and he basically puts them in his book. So these are things that you can actually apply to your life. So I think that's a good one. What do I have? How to improve your memory. I like that one because to me, intelligence is what you know, and what you know is what you remember of what you learned. So if you don't remember anything, you don't know anything. So it's just ways of how to improve your memory. What else do I have here? Let me go back. The Power of Full Engagement. Great book. This book is basically those guys who, let's say if Michael Jordan was still playing ball and he stopped performing at a high level, these are the guys that he will call and they will help put his game plan back together. Or they just basically teach you how to go with full intensity with short spurts of energy. Full intensity, short spurts of energy. Great book. If you figure out why you're not actually giving your all, that's a good book. What else do I have? The Power of One Thing. Wow, powerful read. Why? Because I think a lot of people get overwhelmed in life. They want to tackle. Some people right now want to build another country. I'm not saying you can't do that, but what I'm saying is, first of all, the first thing you have to do is maybe run some copies off of your business plan. And then after that, research on how someone else maybe built a country and do the first thing. And what the first thing may be, sending an email to someone who has land. That's why I think a lot of people's... I just bit my tongue. Well, a lot of people don't actually succeed in things because they set their aims too high. Meaning, there's nothing wrong with setting it high, but you set it high, then you make smaller goals in order to get there. And it may take 2-3 years. But they want to get there in a week. What else we have here? The Talent Code. Great book. Lets you know that that thing of everyone's born with a gift. Let me change that. Everyone's born brilliant may not be necessarily true. Was Michael Jordan actually born an athlete, or is it something that he had to work at? If he was born with it, why wasn't he an outstanding athlete in college? But when he came to NBA, he excelled. But if you study his work, his technique of work ethic, his work ethic, then you would find out why he was so great when everyone else was asleep and gone, what he was doing. So that's a good one. And the other one, that's about unstuff your life. Basically, it's about a clutter book of how to be clutter free. So yeah, that's a few books that I have under my belt now that I'm reading. So that's some things for you guys. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing, guys. I walk in some people's house and they have no books. You know, I was reading a book one day and I had a customer of mine come up and say, "Oh, you looking at a book of pictures?" And I said, what do you mean by that? He said, "Oh, no, I don't read. Reading's for the birds." But if you listen and listen how this person behaves, you can tell why. You can tell this person doesn't read. Because I'm not saying you have to read to be successful. Well, yes, I am. You have to read to be successful. You have to study someone. You have to hone those skills in and become great. That's what's going to make you great. When you change this mindset, when you start reading, especially self-help books, one thing you find out is that people actually can become successful in life by their own hands and their own ideas. You see these people, you read about these people, and all of a sudden you'll start, without you even knowing it, subconsciously it'll hit you. You will start mimicking the behavior. You'll start waking up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. You'll start going to the gym. You'll start eating better. You'll start making better financial decisions subconsciously just by reading other people's lives over and over and over again. Try it sometimes. For those of you who don't like to read and lose their space, and reading makes me frustrated, listen. Get audiobooks. There's no reason why, with the technology we have now, that we can't learn. I remember as a kid, there was no computer in the house, none of that kind of stuff. When I had to do research, you know what I had to do? I had to go to my neighbor's house and use their encyclopedias to find research. Now, research is at the tip of your fingers. You can learn anything you want to know about anything by the tip of your fingers, on your fingertips, right there. We should be this is a knowledge society. We should be far wealthier than anybody else has ever existed for as human beings right now. So if we're making excuses now, and people at that time were rich, you know, come on, guys. So with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching this channel. Please share the message. Let everybody know I exist. You know, I know some of you guys have 4,000, 5,000 friends. Just, hey, put a video up and say, hey, this guy exists over here. We need to get the message out. So with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching this channel. Please subscribe. And until next time, signing off.